Show live. This week, coming to you from the pool at the Swan and Dolphin. So, I want to talk to you about some great pool tips. So, first off, so this pool here actually opens at 6, which is great if you don't want to get to the parks super early to rope drop. But uh, at the regular Disney hotels, a lot of them open at 9 or 10. So, as we always say here, it's always a good idea to take a break from the parks, go back to your hotel, throw on your swimsuit, and use the pool. Because the water refreshes you and it helps you get ready for for whatever you have planned for the rest of the day. So if so each hotel has at least one or two pools. So if the opportunity comes up to use the pool, use it. So anyway, that's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. Now it's time for this week's Top 5. So, I got to do a lot of great things this week. Some unexpected, some expected. So this week I'm going to cover the top 5 things that I got to do this week. Number 5, visit the Character Warehouse outlet in Vinland. So they have an outlet store in the Vinland outlet areas that has Disney merch from all dating back to 3 years ago. They have everything from Food and Wine 2022 to Christmas 2023, and it had so much there. It's nice to see that some of the older Disney merch is still getting some love. Number 4, doing a monorail dinner crawl. So we made a decision back when we were staying at Bay Lake Tower to, on our first night, to have our main course at the Contempo Cafe, then had a dessert over at the Polynesian, and we were supposed to get a snack at the Grand Floridian, but they didn't have much, so we just ate in our hotel room. But yeah, it was a fun idea. I think everyone should try to do a monorail dinner crawl if they're staying at any of the Kingdom Monorail Loop hotels. Number 3, see not one, but 2 Garden Rocks concerts. So the first one was local favorites, the M80s, which are a local 80s cover band. I've seen many videos of them online, and now I can finally say that I have seen them for myself, and they are awesome. And last night we saw the Plain White Tees. That video is still uploading because the Wi-Fi around this hotel stinks. But yeah, the Plain White Tees were good too, but I think the M80s are superior. Number 2, see Luminous for the very first time. Now, Luminous is Epcot's newest fireworks show, and I said this last night to my parents. I love Epcot forever, but it looks like Luminous is here to stay. And the number one thing that I got to do this week is hang out with my buddy Mikey Magic and Beyond, or as I like to call him, the artist formerly known as Mouseperation, over at Animal Kingdom. We had a blast. We rode some rides, looked at some merch, made jokes about this week's topic, for my humble opinion. So yeah, it was fun, and there is so much more on the way in terms of videos, so stay tuned. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit. But now it is time for Diz or Dat. So, the castles on both coasts are magical. At Disneyland, it's Sleeping Sleeping Beauty Castle, which is the OG. And it has a walkthrough tour of the magical story of Sleeping Beauty. And here at Walt Disney World, it's Cinderella Castle, which is more than twice as big at 189 feet, and it has Cinderella's royal table. So let me know in the comments which castle is your favorite, Diz, Sleeping Beauty Castle, or Dat, Cinderella Castle. Now it is time for my humble opinion. So while we were at Animal Kingdom, I was talking a lot about how the Tropical Americas with Encanto does not fit into the story of Animal Kingdom. I mean, sure, you got that one kid whose power is to connect with animals, but that's pretty much it. There is no other connection besides that. So they should have stuck with the original idea of putting Zootopia in Dinoland. But I think Zootopia is very much fit to replace Tough to Be a Bug, which it will. But I still think that they should do something different with that area. That's my humble opinion, and I am sticking to it. But anyway, as I said, we have a lot of stuff on the way. You guys are going to see some amazing new videos here for the next few months. You're going to see some, of course, some of my other on-location tip videos that I have provided. You're going to see some amazing ride videos, some videos of my buddies, the Dans, and the Voices of Liberty. You're going to see some epic fireworks. So stay tuned in the next few months because they are going to be packed full of great videos. So anyway, that's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future video. For this week's shout-outs, are all the amazing vloggers that I got to meet this trip. First off, Princess and the Bear that I met last Friday at Animal Kingdom Lodge. They are an amazing couple. They do amazing vlogs. Definitely check them out. Also, make sure you guys check out Matt and Goo over at Goo to You. I ran into them at Magic Kingdom, and then the next day at Epcot. They are awesome. Definitely check them out. They do great live streams. Also, make sure you guys check out Josh and Jenna over at Resort TV 1. I ran into Jenna at Disney Springs this past Tuesday. She and her parents are amazing, and I know Josh was busy teaching, but definitely check them out. Also, of course, last but not least, as I said, my buddy Mikey Magic and Beyond, or as I like to call him, the artist formerly known as Mousepiration. Check him out as well. He just released a video about ghosts in the Magic Kingdom and not in the Haunted Mansion. If you haven't subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time, Kwaherini.